You don't need therapy, not in the way that you've been told. Because if you're dealing with trauma and anxiety, you're not broken, you're just stuck in survival mode. And for a lot of men sitting on the couch, talking about the past isn't what actually changes things. What changes things is taking back control of your nervous system. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not against therapy. It can be extremely powerful, but it's not the only way. And for some of you watching this, it might not be the first step that you actually need, because trauma doesn't just live in your memories, it lives in your body. And if your nervous system still thinks it's under attack, no amount of talking will convince it otherwise. I had to learn this the hard way. I spent years trying to outthink my anxiety, journaling, meditations, over-analyzing every trigger, but I was still anxious as hell. Because the problem wasn't in my thoughts, it was in my body's default settings. I wasn't unsafe anymore, but my body hadn't got the memo, and that is what trauma does. It wires you to see danger even when there is none. And here's what most people miss. Trauma-based anxiety doesn't just show up as panic, it shows up as overworking, withdrawing, snapping at people for no reason, or needing everything to be perfect just to feel in control. It's like your nervous system is driving with the brakes on, and you're flooring the gas just to keep going. So if therapy isn't the only answer, what is? Well, for me, it started with my body. Cold exposure, breath work, strength training, clean routines, not just for discipline, for recalibration. Because those habits sent my nervous system a new signal. You are not in danger. You are safe now. And for once, my body started to believe it, and my mind followed. This is the part most men miss. You don't need to talk about every wound. You need to prove to your body that the war is over. And that starts with consistent physical signals of safety. Now, if you want to add therapy on top of that, great. But if you don't want to wait for a couch and a conversation to save you, start with what's actually in your control. Structure, stillness, stress inoculation, and signals of strength. These aren't just buzzwords. They're the tools to retrain your nervous system that's stuck in trauma. Because you don't need to fix yourself, you need to reclaim yourself. So if you're dealing with trauma-based anxiety, start with the body, build the routines, and send new signals. Reclaim the control you thought you lost, and if this made something click, drop a comment or share this with someone who is tired of feeling powerless. Let's rebuild peace from the inside out. No couch required.